In today's video, we're going to go over probability and the multiplication rule. A compound event consists of two or more simple events. There are two types of compound events. The first one is independent. Independent events are if the outcome of the first does not affect the outcome of the second. In order to find that probability, you are simply going to have the probability of the first times the probability of the second. An example of which is rolling a 6 on a die, and then rolling a 5. It doesn't matter what happened here, it doesn't affect the second roll. Okay. So let's find that probability. Find the probability that you will roll a 6, then roll a 5. So this is independent. So we do the probability of 6 times the probability of 5. Well, the probability of 6 is 1 out of 6. The probability of a 5 is going to be 1 out of 6. So the probability that both happen in that order is 1/36. Next example. A bag contains 3 red marbles, 2 green marbles, 4 blue marbles. 1 marble is randomly drawn and then replaced. The second marble is drawn. What is the probability of drawing 2 blue marbles? Well, we have 4 blue marbles out of a total of 9 if we add those up. So blue, then another blue is going to be 4/9 times 4/9, which is 16/81. And you can leave this as a fraction or certainly turn it into a percentage. Okay, so I want you to try these next 3. Okay, for this first one, we have a total of 13 marbles. Probability of yellow and yellow is going to be 6/13 times 6/13, which is 36 1/69. Red, there's 3 of those. Yellow, there's 6 of those. So we get a product of 18 over 169. And then yellow and blue is 4/13, 6/19, 13th. For 24 over 169. Okay, in the next situation, there are 2 red socks, 4 black socks, 2 white socks. So what is the probability of picking a red and then a white if the sock is replaced? Well, there's 2 out of 8 reds, so that has a probability of 1/4. 2 out of the 8 are white, so that's also 1/4. 1/4 times 1/4 is 1/16. The last one, if you drop a nickel in the pond twice, the probability that it lands with tails showing is 1/2 times 1/2, or 1/4. The second type of compound event is if the events are dependent, where the outcome of the first does affect the outcome of the second. So it's going to be the probability of A times the probability of B following whatever happened in A. So let's look at this example. A card is randomly chosen from a standard deck of playing cards and is not replaced. That's the key difference here. Then a second card is randomly chosen. Find the probability that the first card is an ace and the second card is a king. All right, so the probability that you have an ace. There are 4 cards that are aces out of the 52. And you could reduce this to 1/13 if you want, but I'm going to multiply that. We get an ace. That's 4 out of 52. The second event, there are 4 kings. However, there is no longer 52 cards in the deck. There are only 51 because we took the king out and we did not replace it. Okay, so this ends up being 16 over 2,652. You can divide this, and you get 0.006, which would be 0.6% chance of that happening. Okay. Next one, a bag contains 2 red marbles, 5 yellow, and 7 orange marbles. That's a total of 14. 2 marbles are drawn and from the bag and not replaced. Find the probability that both are yellow. So we start off with 5. Out of the 14 are yellow. Well, now I only have 4 yellows and I only have 13 marbles. So this is 20 over 182, which is about 11%. So you go ahead and try the next one. So let's see how you did. 2 purples. We have 3 originally out of the 20. That reduces to 2 left out of 19. So 6 out of 380, or 2%. There's 4 yellows out of the 20. There's 4 reds. There's 8 yellows, but now there's only 18 or 19 marbles to get 8%. And then 5 blues out of the 20, 3 purples out of the remaining 19 to get 4%. All right. The probability of your drawing a card and then not replacing it. So first, the probability of the Jack of Spades followed by a black card. Well, there is only one Jack of Spades in the deck of cards. Okay, in the black cards, well, there's 26 total, but if we picked the Jack of Spades, there's only 25 black cards left, and there's only 51 cards left in the deck. So this is 25 out of 2652. You can turn that into a percentage if you want to. The probability of queen, then a king. Well, there are 4 out of the 52 cards that are queens. There's still 4 kings, but there's only 51 cards. So that's 16 out of 2652. And then a 5 of diamonds and a red card. So 5 of diamonds, there's only one of those. And just like the first one, we've eliminated one of the 26 red cards now. So there's only 25 remaining and 51 cards in the deck. All right, it is your turn to try. All right, so the chance of getting a club is 1/4 because there's 4 suits. And then a black card. Sorry, 25 out of 51 remaining cards. So when you multiply that, you get 25 out of 204. Black ace, there are 2 of those out of the 252. Red card, there's 26 out of 51. So we get that. And then 2 of hearts, there's only 1 of those. Black 5, there's 2 of those out of the 51. So we get that probability. So that is probability and the multiplication rule.